Welcome, Commanders! This is a guide for the second boss of the Union Raid of September 2025, Crystal Armor. Crystal Armor is weak against the electric element. I will be deploying my test account, which is at level 241, to show you how easy it is to face this challenge. A healer is not particularly recommended to go against him. A character that also repairs cover is also not needed. However, if you were to engage that character without either of those, I would recommend you to at least have some HP potency from a character from Rouge, or a character like Crown that would apply a periodic barrier. This boss will be periodically doing some red circle QTEs. It doesn't take that much damage to take care of them. If you do not break them, this might cause a wipe if your account is not high level enough. Off of all the electric carries, Cinderella is the best. Summer Sparkling Anis is the second best. But if you do not have any of those, Purist Nikes can still do some work against them. These parts, which are considered as crystal gloves, can be used as a damage multiplier. When a Nike pierces a body part, the damage is recorded more than once, depending on the type of part that is currently being pierced. Crystal Armor has a machine gun that will be slowly peeling at your HP bar. It doesn't do much. He also has laser beams that count as targeted attacks that also don't do much. If you do not have Crown and you still need heals because your account is not high level enough, you can deploy a character like Blanc or any support healer in order to be able to be sustained for the duration of the 3 minutes. Let's jump to the team building parts.
A few moments later.
We are back. The teams will be shown in a moment after we have cleared the boss. As you can see, we have done nearly 600 million DPS. I managed to do slightly more damage on other tests. Cinderella did the 2/3 of it. Summer Sparkling Anis is the second best DPS in there. When you are team building, the absolute best electric squad that you can deploy that does not compete with the other teams when it comes to deploying resources is Cinderella, Rouge, Anis, Marie, and Winter Maiden. The position of Rouge is extremely important. She either needs to be in the second position or the fourth position, because she shares her HP and attack to the adjacent Nikes. In that instance, she shares her HP with Cinderella. Cinderella scales not only off of attack, but HP at the same time. She is the best pair with Rouge. If you need sustain, because Marie is not enough to keep you alive, and you are planning to use Crown in another squad, you can always swap Marie with Blanc. Blanc is a 60-second cooldown Nike on the burst 2 slot. However, when she's paired with another character from her squad, her cooldown is reduced by 40 seconds, so she turns into a 20-second cooldown. Her sustain is more than enough to keep your entire squad alive. I did not have access to Winter Maiden in this account, so I went with Ein instead. Ein does more damage than Scarlet, and Scarlet has a tendency to melt her own HP when there is no viable healer. I wouldn't recommend her if you're not going with a solid healer that will always be topping her above 50% health, 50% HP. If you don't have access to any of those and this is the last boss that is available, use your best burst 3 Nikes that can pierce. That is all.